CFS Long COVID is an ever-changing journey. By Whitney Defoe. Recently, after a crash, I kept thinking how I hoped I could get back to where I was before the crash. My mind kept going over and over my current, more limited state and everything I was able to do before that I could not do now. Would I get those things back? I kept thinking. I'm sure you have all felt this and gone through this after a crash. It's really scary because you don't know what will happen. But as I reflected on that thought process, I realized that CFS Long COVID is not a series of steady states that suddenly switch from one to another. We aren't in a steady, crash state, and then a steady, baseline state, and back and forth. I can't hope to just revert back to where I was. In fact, where I was before the crash was not consistent. Every day, even every hour was different. So what I was hoping to return to was pretty elusive. We can't expect our bodies to act like machines that go from one program to another. CFS Long COVID is a long, winding path that takes us up and down and back up. Sometimes the overall trajectory is upward and sometimes it is downward. But we are always changing, there is no steady state. We are always up and down and back up. All we can do is hope the roller coaster we're on is either not heading progressively downward or is heading in an overall upward direction. Hunker down and weather the downs as best we can while finding meaning, purpose, joy, love and perspective in the highs, or more accurately the higher lows. Life with CFS and Long COVID is an ever-changing journey and we never know where it will take us. We can do the best we can and no more. After that, we must try to find as much life along the way as possible, knowing that it is fleeting like all else. It slips through our fingers the moment we try to hold onto it. But as it slips through our fingers, we don't need to despair because we know we will find new life around the next bend. There is always new life, nothing ever stays the same. Not our weakest, most horrific living nightmares or our life-affirming reprieves from the void. It is up to us to find the meaning, perspective, joy and beauty when we can and try to remember it when we can't see through the fog. Because it is still there waiting for us. Love, Whitney.